What is up, locker heads? So, I want to give you this experience of storagetreasures.com and buying a unit. So, there was this unit I was looking at, and it had some nice stuff in it. It did appear to be like as if somebody staged it a little bit, but I thought it was just because it was a manager special, and sometimes with the manager special, they'll put like stuff that's in the locker out on display. And, you can usually trust the managers at the facilities, especially the ones I've dealt with throughout the time. Through the history, I've had one or two issues, but most of the time, I always have good things to say about the managers. Especially this facility, I've never had trouble at all. So, when I was in another room, I thought it was unusual how it was set up, but at the same time, I thought it was just, the manager. Because what happens sometimes is, like, either the manager will have stuff from a bunch of different rooms that didn't sell, or a room that just fell out a weird time, and they have to relist it, and maybe he, whatever it was. I didn't really think anything of it because it said manager special / private seller. Well, when I won the room, I was really confused because I got a call and it wasn't from the manager or any of the people that worked there. It was from a random guy. And then when I looked at the invoice, it was from a private seller. So a private seller sold this room out of a CubeSmart. He originally listed it as CubeSmart because one of the only reasons I even did it was because it was originally listed as CubeSmart, and it was also the address was listed as the CubeSmart's location. So, I didn't know what to really do with the situation. I called CubeSmart. I called Storage Treasures and I asked them how do we do about this? I've never dealt with a private seller ever in the 2 or 3 years. I think it's 2.5 years I've been buying from storagetreasures.com. And I was really concerned. I have video of me. I was excited, but I was concerned at the same time. There's going to be more video of us in the locker and stuff and whatever. But there got to a point where, because as I was looking through the stuff, some of the stuff was looking okay. But then after I we stopped recording and I went to the office, and then when I went back to the room and I really started looking at everything, almost everything was destroyed. There was 2 pairs of sneakers that were salvageable, but I left them behind. Because that's the one mistake he made, is that because it was a private sale and I never signed over my rights, he never signed over his rights to me, I just left the stuff because it's all in his name, and this was done privately. And like I said, I had no idea it was a private seller when I bid, because it says on the website, manager special / private seller. And my experience, because I saw it when it was listed as CubeSmart, because apparently they took it, I didn't bid yet, but they took it down and they relisted it. And so when they took it down, they relisted it, they listed it as private seller / manager special. But I've seen them do that before, and I've bought rooms like that before. And I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, because we might still do guess the price, even though it's kind of depressing. But, so we meet this guy there. It seemed shady to me, but at the same time, I was like, I'm the type of person to give people the benefit of the doubt. So when we first got there, I know I'm an idiot. I'm never going to be trusting like that again. I'm never going to buy something that's a manager special / private seller. But after I paid him whatever, he left. And everything, whatever. We start going through the stuff. Like I said, at first, it seemed like the stuff was okay. And then, as we started looking harder, because we were really looking, there was a pair of Jordans, or Nike Duck Boot, whatever it was, that I had the Nike, had the Oscar skin. When you look at it quick and stuff, it looks good. But then when you really looked at it, the leather was, cracking. And then the foam posits, I don't even want to, you don't even know. The foam posits, literally, you could put your hand through. So to me, that was really messed up. It was just messed up. There was one of the reasons we bought the room was there was this really nice stand for, your TV. Look, Alyssa came. She's right there. Oh, she ran away. Oh, she's there. But, there was a really nice stand we wanted for our new apartment, because we don't have a TV stand for our living room. And I That's when I lost it. Because I'm like, the worst that happens is I overpay for a TV stand that I like. Whatever. In the store, I know it's probably like $200-300, but I figure I'm buying that and get it. It was destroyed. It was destroyed. The left door wouldn't open. There was no right door. The track was broken. The coffee table that I also wanted to use had no glass, and part of the leg was broken. But the part that was broken was covered up. The bicycle that looked nice at first, when you pulled it out, the front tire was completely bent. The seat was destroyed, and the whole front was rusted. Like, I know what I do when I'm bidding on a room. I take responsibility for what I buy. But that's supposed to be me trusting the facility to bid. And I trust this facility. That's why I'm so mad. If this was someplace I'd never been before, I would say, okay, it's all on me. But the guy who listed this, the private seller, really misled us. Because he still had the address of the CubeSmart. All the information was like CubeSmart, and then at the last week or two, he changed it. But I never realized it changed from Cube, because it was originally listed as CubeSmart. So I didn't realize it had changed from CubeSmart to Manager's private seller. Because if I knew that, I would not have bid. If I knew this was a private seller, I would not have bid. I don't trust people like that. And like I said, I was willing to trust him after I already bought it and whatever. So, whatever. So we buy it. We're unhappy. I called Storage Chargers. I'm like, listen. I'm like, I was misled. I don't know what to do. I don't want to throw out somebody's garbage. I'm like, this isn't something where, CubeSmart isn't auctioning this off, and I made a deal with the devil. This is literally, somebody misled me. Because, and she saw that they made him change it from CubeSmart to private seller manager lien. And one good thing that came of this, hopefully, one good thing that came from this, from my pain of losing the money and having to get up in the morning and do this bull crap, when everyone knows my hip is messed up, wasted energy, wasted time, I never signed anything taking over responsibility for the locker. So now he's stuck with it, and he's going to be getting bills from CubeSmart and stuff.
And it won't happen to somebody else because we're working with Storage Treasures.
Yeah. That's the other thing I was getting into next, is that I spoke with her. She was very nice. Her name was Brianna. A very nice woman that understood. There was another guy I talked to that was a real dick about it. Like, oh, you bought the room. Ha, 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 ha. Meanwhile, it's like, I didn't just buy a room. I thought I was buying a manager lien room. Because I've never, in my experience, maybe you guys have different experience. In my 2.5 years of Storage Treasures, I've never seen a private seller sell something. It's always been a manager special, and I thought it just had that. And I don't know what I thought, to be honest. I didn't know like a random person could list a locker at a storage facility and sell their own locker. Like, I didn't know you could do that. Because to me that's very unprofessional. And the fact that it's lumped together with manager special / private seller shouldn't be a thing, because those are two totally different things. And that's one thing I spoke with Mr. Chitty, the CEO of the company. I don't know if he owns it or if he's just the CEO, but whatever he is, he runs the company. And I spoke with him about it. I said, it's not fair to the bidders, because how am I supposed to differentiate between a manager special and a private seller? Because you don't know until when I first found out that it was a private seller was after I won, because that's when it says on the invoice, private seller. It doesn't say manager, as you're bidding, it says manager special / private seller. So I had no idea. I honestly, I'm an honest guy. If I thought I was buying a private seller and I got screwed, I would have said, okay, I took one on the chin. But I legitimately thought I was buying it from the manager, who I know. His name's Jordan. He's a very nice guy. That facility is a great facility. It's one of my favorite facilities. That's why I was so upset. And the girl in there was like, I can't believe you did that. She was like, I would be beating it. She was like, I'd be beating him up. They kept saying sorry to me. The woman from Storage Chargers kept saying sorry to me. And it's not their fault though. The guy was a scam artist. And I'm gonna try everything in my power to get my money back from him. If I don't care if I have to bring him to court and lose money over it. It's about the principle. I know there's probably not much I could do, but it's not even about that. It's about the fact that he willingly deceived bidders, and we're already in enough of a cutthroat place in this business, especially online. We like there are some shady facilities. Not now we have to worry about private sellers. So that's one of the things I was trying to work with Mr. Chitty, and he was very receptive to it. He said it really should be, if it's a manager special, it should be considered a manager special, and if it's a private seller, it should be a private seller. So I'm hoping that the good that comes from this bed is that we get the two differentiated. And why they're together, I don't know. It might have just been a time thing or whatever, and then it was never looked at because a lot of like I said, I think I've been using this site for 2.5 years. I've never dealt with a private seller until today. I should have known when we got there that I was gonna get screwed. Like I said, I'm most of the time I'm more trusting than I should be.
You're just a nice
But
guy.
it was just upsetting, and to me, it's not about the money. He could
He
fucking
plans on doing it again, though. That was my
yeah.
thing.
That's the thing, and why I was so like I made a point of it is he plans on doing this again. He was telling the woman that he wants to do it again next month. One of the things I'm going to try and do is stop him from doing it again, because you know it's a camaraderie between buyers. Yeah, we're always at each other's throats. We want to get the better room, but at the same time, we don't want to. You don't want to see people get constantly screwed over by someone like a snake in the fucking grass. So.
There are some buyers that I really, really care about, okay?
But all in all, hopefully that comes from this is that they separate managers from private sellers. And one thing, like I was trying to explain to the first guy I was talking to who didn't understand, it was just a dick. I don't remember his name. But the second woman, the woman I talked to actually initially, and then I talked to her again after, Brianna, understood like it was listed as CubeSmart originally, and then it was relisted and it had CubeSmart's address. And it was very misleading. It really felt like I was buying it from CubeSmart, from Jordan, the manager at CubeSmart of Atlantic Avenue. So I was really confused when I got there, and it wasn't that. And it was a private seller. I was like, I was really confused. So all in all, my thing is next time for myself. What I'm gonna do? I'm not giving anybody a dime of money until they show me the room and make sure that it's not a scam and set up. I'm never gonna buy from a private seller again, though. That's just my own personal preference. But if you do plan on buying it from a private seller, I would check the stuff before I gave him a dime of my money, because that's something I should have done. But like I said, I was just trusting. I'm really tired. I don't feel good. I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm not on my A game like I normally am. But so to me, the best thing that could come of this is if they make sure they put manager specials and private sellers as two separate entities, so you know what you're bidding on when you're bidding, because you're spending real money. This isn't fake money. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I saved somebody from getting scammed, because I got scammed. So hopefully my misery brings you some knowledge. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'm going to do another video letting you know exactly what happens. I do plan on trying to bring this asshole to court. It has nothing to do with the money, though. It has to do with, you don't, like, I mean, you can scam me and get away with it, but it's going to be tough. I'm annoying.